This is crazy. We're back.
We're so back.
We're so back. What's going on, guys?
Your
Welcome.
favorite saying, we're so back.
We're so back, or you already know the vibes.
You already know the vibes.
Welcome back to Take It With a Grain of Salt. I'm going to say this is season 2.
Yes.
Because we had only 3 episodes, and then we took a break. All right? We were trying to find time, and it wasn't the right time for a podcast.
It wasn't the right time to find time.
It wasn't the right time to find time for a podcast. Because we still been jumping in this grain thing. But, man, I'm going to call this season 2.
Yeah.
And for those who are listening, clearly this isn't a video. This is just audio.
Just
and
audio.
So we are jumping into that. Evan, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we decided to try out doing audio because I think we can easily get overwhelmed.
Yep.
And it's easier to just set up 2 mics and record without feeling like we need to set up 3 cameras, a light, and have a perfect set. And so this is just way easier where we can just sit wherever. You know, right now we're in Austin's office,
AKA the studio.
And we're just talking to each other. And this feels really natural.
And I think what we'll do, and I like just, everyone who's listening is getting in on our ideas. Maybe we can just do like once a month we do, or if we have a guest, we can do like a video. But for now,
I love that.
We'll jump on some audio. But I'm excited to be back. I think we both like the idea of podcasts. And I listen to them. You listen to them. We've always wanted to do it. We've said it for years. And so maybe this will help us actually jump into it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because there's no excuse. It's so easy. It takes 2 minutes to set up.
Let's just bring this in the car, eat some sushi.
Lunch break podcast.
Yeah, right.
Our favorite thing to do is go to Sprouts and eat it in the car. We just set up the mics and just talk while we're eating sushi.
I'm down. Well, this is cool. I'm glad we're jumping back into this.
Me too.
And because it's been a while, I think maybe we should give updates of what's been happening. Like, there's a lot of things that's changed. We'll start with golf, then we'll jump into maybe life.
Okay.
And then Studio Grain.
Okay.
So golf first. A lot has changed.
A lot has changed.
I think the last podcast was, I don't want to say a year ago, but kind of. Like, it was less than
no
a year.
Way. There's no way it was a year ago.
Well, it was months ago. Let's just say months. More than 6 months.
Long time ago.
So a lot of our golf has changed.
Yes.
And anyone who's been following us, or you see our posts or anything like that, you know that we've like gotten better at golf.
Yeah.
But there's some big things happen. So
yeah, I mean, so I think our last podcast we were talking about breaking 100. Was it that long ago?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Forever ago.
Breaking 100. Doesn't that sound crazy?
That's
now?
crazy. Yeah.
Okay,
so since then we've both broken 90. And I technically have also broken 80. I shot a 79.
79,
which feels
Round of
weird
applause,
to say.
man.
And I feel like there's a big asterisk just being
no.
insecure about myself because it was from like the white tees and an easier course. But I did shoot a 77. Austin shot an 88.
Yep, 88.
And
hold on. This is just those listening who don't know you.
Yes.
You're letting them in a little bit about who Evan is. He always has some kind of asterisk or whatever you want to call it next to his like a disclaimer. It'll be like, yeah, I shot 70. Was it 8 or 9?
79.
Shot 79.
So it was like 6 or
but
7.
it was from the white tees and it was like windy, so the wind blew my bike. You always have some kind of excuse that has to like tell like that you didn't earn it. Bro, you shot a 79. Yes. I shot 88. I'm hyped.
Yes, I'm hyped too. It was a really cool day. We played with 2 of our great friends, Spencer and Luke. Shout out you boys, lefties versus righties. And they also shot insane scores in the 70s. I think our scores were 77, 78, 79, and 88. Which was super cool. We played the game Wolf, if you've ever heard of it.
That was so dope.
It was a cool game because you can still keep your solo score, but then there's like also a team aspect. We need to explain the game. But I think we're all just so focused on the game. We kind of were forgetting about like our own personal scores. And we just played some good golf that day. It was really fun.
But even since then, I mean, like that was the best day, like top tier. But even from the past couple of months, we've had really good golf days.
Really
getting
good golf
from
days.
Maybe we're going to break 100 to like, oh, we're actually shooting low 90s, and now our expectation is like
breaking 90.
Breaking 90, and that's cool. Like I remember when we first started, that was the goal, and now we're here.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking back, I'm trying to think of some things that changed for us in the golf game.
Yeah. What would be the big change for you?
Okay, so I officially hit a year of golfing.
You did.
I'm probably a couple months after that now.
Yeah.
I guess August was a year. So September, October, November. Couple months after. I think for me the biggest thing is tempo and then finding a rhythm. Like I guess that is tempo, but just the way I approach golf is like, don't overthink it. And when you're swinging the club, like I have the same kind of setup, but don't like sit over the ball too much. Like find your rhythm. And then the tempo is such a big part, because even like we golfed a couple weeks ago, and I started off with a nice slow tempo with my driver. And when I try to speed it up and smash it or change the tempo, club face is open, or
it's going everywhere.
You know, my club is I'm like quicker than my club, whatever it is. I would say for me, it's like tempo. Like I'm finding my groove in hitting it and like finding the right spot, whatever I need to do. That's really been helping me. I think the other part is I suck at putting. And so I didn't want to bring it up, but the day that I shot 88, I really could have shot an 85.
Easily. And everyone says this.
Everyone says this.
Everyone goes back.
On the 18th hole, though, I literally 4-putted because I was so excited knowing that
he
I'm
was
breaking
so nervous.
like my best score, which was like 95. So it was cool to finally jump back. like it was good to break, break my best score and get my my best score there. But I had 4-putted on the 18th hole, and I was like,
so funny.
I'm so embarrassed I did that, but at the same time, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
and it was really cool.
Yeah, I would say tempo, rhythm is kind of where I've like just had fun with it.
Yes. For you especially, like we talk about this every time we're on the golf course, but when you get out of rhythm, it goes just downhill.
Every single time.
Yeah.
It's like out of rhythm, out of sequence.
Yeah.
I like, hit an OB or out of bounds, whatever. Like it's out of the hole. That I try to jump back into it and I can't.
Yeah.
I have to like center myself and find it again. But it usually happens on the next hole. Like that hole's just a blow up. But what about for you? Like you really went from me and you both breaking 100 to shooting 79 though. And now you're shooting lower. Like
yeah, I am averaging, I want to say in the 80s, but we haven't been playing as often as we have been lately, or as we were as of late. But for me, I think tempo is always going to be key. I think it's really key for everyone. But besides tempo, for me, it's a matter of staying mentally in the hole. The day that I shot 79, there was multiple holes where I like skied it off the tee or even topped it a couple times. But I just stayed within myself, and I'm like, no, you know what? Let's just go up to the next shot and hit a golf shot. Yeah. And there was multiple holes where off the tee, it was not good. And then I'm on the green, and then I saved a putt for par from 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of realizing that just because I hit one bad shot, I can still make a good score on that hole. And also my putting has improved. I switched to a mallet putter. I don't want to say the putter, but honestly, I'm putting so much better.
That putter's so hot right now.
That putter's so hot right now. So I'm making a lot more putts, and I'm staying in the hole even if I hit one bad shot. And that's really been helping me shoot better scores. Yeah. Even if I miss the green or whatever, I think just realizing that just because I hit one bad shot, I can still make a decent score.
Okay, so if we had to, speaking of, take it with a grain of salt, like if we had to give some advice, which if this is your first podcast listening, that's the goal for us, is like we don't know the answers to everything, but if we could share some advice, take it with a grain of salt. So anyone who's trying to break, let's just say get in the low 90s or break a 90, like I don't think we have, we've done it enough.
Right.
But if we had to give advice for it, what would you throw at them?
I would say tempo. Honestly, swing slower. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. And then also, I truly do think, because I think higher handicap players like us, we hit one out of bounds off the tee like often, or more often than a lower handicap. And I think right there we get in our heads and we're like, oh, well, I'm out of this hole now.
Yeah.
But like that's really not the case. However you're playing it that day, if you take a drop or whatever, if you hit another one off the tee, I think just stay mental, or keep your mentality that you're not out of the hole yet. And I think that's really helped me, because on that day of shooting 79, there was multiple drivable par fours. And on one of them, I hit it like I skied it to 100 yards and then still ended up making par.
Okay, so it's basically like stick through it to the end, right?
Yeah,
like
truly.
stick through it. Don't give up. Like
truly,
you can come back and actually do well. I actually need that because when I mess up, especially off the driver or like off the tee, it's
golf is such a mental game.
I know.
And if you let it get in your head, and you're like, oh, I chunked it or I missed the green, think of it as, okay, now I'm gonna step up and try to make a good shot.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I think having that mentality has really helped me, and that's what I would say.
Yeah.
And then also just swing slower.
I know. I was about to say, like for me, that my advice is definitely specific towards golf, but I feel like starting off strong is like important. And I mean only like off the driver, off the tee with the driver. Like every time I hit it decent, like you're saying, even if it goes out of bounds or something, but if you could just swing slow, for the most part, if it goes 150 yards or more, like because you can just gentle swing tempo with it, and for the most part straight, like that is a good start to the hole, because then for the most part the rest of it you're just trying to get it there, and of course that's golf. But like,
and most of the time it's gonna go farther than 150 yards.
That's what I'm saying. So if you just swing nice and easy and slow, it starts off and hopefully better.
And I think with that you'll stay in bounds more. I think that is, if I have to think about my game lately, I've kept my driver in play more than I was 4 months ago.
Yep.
And that is helping me shoot better scores.
Yeah. Yeah. The other one would be like focusing on the ball. Like I feel like, hey, focus on the ball, focus on what matters.
Yeah.
And when I hear that, of course that translates to life too, but just keeping that focus.
Pretty fun though.
Good. Yeah. So, the cool part too, that the week that we shot 88, this is a great transition here.
Okay.
The week I shot 88, the reason why it was actually one of the best weeks is because we'll jump into a life update.
Yep.
Is we shot, if those who don't know, I'm a youth pastor and Evan's a creative director at a church. I spoke that Sunday.
Yes.
And
which is kind of a tradition, sidebar.
I know. I usually speak at church, and I mean in quotes, big church. And I spoke, and then we golf after. I shot 88. And then 2 days later, we had a baby. Yeah. And when I say we, I mean my wife. I was just there for support. She did all the hard work. Yeah. I was there to cheer her on. We had our third kid. Yeah. Really stoked. His name's Charlie. We have 2 girls already, and we had a boy. But that was super cool that week because it was like shot 88. I really wanted to like try to get a good score. Got to speak. And then had a kid.
And then had another kid.
A couple days later, took baby boy home.
Now you have 3 kids.
Now I've got 3 kids. Officially just...
You got a new car.
Yeah, we got a new car. We had to get a van. But, okay, for those listening, though, if you're not a van guy or girl and you're like, I never wanted a van, you need to get the Kia... Is it a Kia?
Yeah, it's a Kia. The Kia...
why am I even blanking on the car that I have?
Why are we blanking on the car name? The Kia... I want to say Sorrento, but it's not.
No, what kind of car did I get?
Dude, why are we tripping?
I had the name until I said Kia, thinking it was a Hyundai. Kia van. Let me see. Carnival,
duh.
Kia Carnival 2026. They
it's
got that cool,
so sick. It's
gray.
Really cool.
It almost looks like an SUV, which I think that's why I like it.
It doesn't look like a van to me at all. Every time you say van, I'm confused because it doesn't look like a van.
I know, but it is a van. It's got the sliding doors. It's got 8 seats. It's got all the
It's
things.
super cool. It's a little spaceship.
But more importantly is what goes in it. Now I got 3 kids that go in it. All right, so I'm out here with 3 kids. And going from 2 kids to 3 kids is actually kind of crazy. But at the same
talk
time,
about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think like every time you have a kid, getting them ready, going places, getting on time. Start with one kid. You always think like, dang, this is hard. Then you have another kid and you're like, oh wait, it's actually even harder. So when you go back to one, you're like, oh, I can do this. I said the same thing with like having 2 kids, getting ready, doing life, morning, school, preschool, whatever it is, getting them ready. That was hard. But now 3 kids are there. And now I'm like, okay, now I know what like hard is. Because then I had just the 2 girls the other day, and I was like, okay, this is fine. But they're also older; they can get dressed and
but also mind you, it's 3 kids under the age of 5.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So
it's been super cool. He's finally sleeping throughout the night. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it, but like he's sleeping. He looks just like me, which is really cool.
He looks like your twin.
I know, dude. And I like. The girls have looked like me too. My 2 young daughters, Sailor and Georgia, they kind of had a look like me a little bit, like both in their own ways. But Charlie looks like me. And like it feels so weird that he's a boy. He looks like me. Like I'm looking in the mirror holding him. And it just reminds me that like, dude, this was me at one point. I'm holding him. I'm a freaking dad of 3. Like I still feel like I'm 16.
Do you? Yeah, because I feel like who were we talking about this with the other day? I still feel so young.
I know, and so when I look at other people who have like 3 kids, I'm like, I'm doing that.
Yeah, you have 3.
I got the 3 kids.
You
I'm
got
a van, like pulling up to soccer practice and church and like whatever. This is crazy. So
that's weird,
dude. We've been really enjoying it. It's been cool.
That's awesome.
That's a big life update.
That's sweet.
So we got a kindergartner, preschooler, pretty much, and then a 2-month. So
crazy.
Yeah, and Lexi, my wife's doing really well, and it's definitely a transition for us, but it's been really fun just learning like how to take care of all of them, take care of her. And it's fun because we've already done this with 2 kids, so now it's like we know everything. That's not true, but it helps that like we've done this already. Leaning in on
for
that.
Sure.
Give us an update? Anything?
A life update? There's not much. I think the big one right now.
Wait, for those who don't know, you have.
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, I do. My wife and I have a 3-year-old, and I think the biggest life update, which is funny that this is the biggest thing, is we got our 3-year-old a bigger bed. She's no longer in her crib.
Hey, those who have kids know that this is though. Like, yeah, it sounds like a small update, but it's actually big.
No, it is.
A whole change from crib to a bed.
And she's always been a good sleeper, but we're going through a phase right now where she just doesn't want to sleep. And I say that with like she is sleeping and she's still a really good sleeper, but it's the getting her down is the hard part right now. She doesn't want us to leave her. She's going through this phase where she's scared for no reason, and we're trying to figure it out. And so it's been tough. It feels like it's been going on a lot longer than it actually has. It's only been like a week or 2, but it feels like it's been going on forever. Nap time, it's don't leave. I don't want you to leave me. Nighttime is the same thing. So it's been really tough. But once she's asleep, she sleeps good. She's still a really good sleeper. So we're super thankful for that. But
yeah, that's good.
It's just sad leaving. And she's like crying. She's like, I'm scared, Dada. Don't leave me. And I'm like, it's okay. You're fine. You're safe. And it's really sad hearing her say things like, I don't like my room. I don't like my bed. Even though 2 weeks ago she was saying, I love my bed and my room so much.
And I think she does love it. It's
she
probably
does.
The fact that like it's just scary at
It's
night,
just a new
like
change.
Yeah.
Something has happened in her brain, and she's just learning more in her brain. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out what triggered that, but we know it's just a phase. But
maybe this should be a part of a segment for our podcast. Is like those who are listening, if you have advice for us, like give us some take with a grain of salt advice, because I've got 3 kids. Anyone who has 3 kids who's listening, like any advice you have as time changes. Like I remember talking to one of my friends, her name's Lindsay and Zach, and they have 5 kids on Sunday. And they were kind of like, yeah, dude, 3 is, one of the biggest changes. And here, like he kind of gave me some advice of like, I wasn't asking for it, but he was just sharing because he has 5. He was like, hey, the big jump from that, once you have another one, if you do, it's just another like plate, another jacket, another kid, but like still showing love. He's like, the 3 kids was hard. And I bet for you too, there's someone listening going like, hey, here's a technique I used when we got a new bed, and it could be this. So if that's you listening, please give us some of the advice, and we'll take it with a grain of salt.
Any tips?
We would love that.
Because it feels so hard right now.
I know, it's sad. It is.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. It's, she'll be fine, and it's just a phase. She'll get through it.
And the cool part is she has 2 parents who love her, who can take care of her, and who will walk her through that. Even like you said, earlier, you were like, I sat there until she fell asleep. And
it was so sweet.
It's sweet because you don't get to see that too often. Yeah. And at the same time, you're like, just go to bed.
Yeah, dude.
And you want to leave. And
there's some nights where it's just like we want to leave, and so I've been just trying to remind myself to just be patient, and just like she's not going to be this age forever.
Yeah.
So lately I've just been like laying in her bed with her for a couple minutes, because we're not trying to get in the habit of staying in there, and just singing to her and letting her, and she's been wrapping her arms around me, and it's just so sweet. Yeah. And then at a certain point I'm like, okay, it's time for us all to go to bed.
I got to hang out there. I need to go get a snack.
Yeah. So, and when she's asleep, she's good. And this morning, the last 2 days, because I get her ready, because Alex goes to work before me. And so I get her ready for school every morning. And the last 2 mornings, it's felt like getting a teenager up. She doesn't want to get out of bed. And she's like, slow to wake up. And I'm like, dude, it's time to get up. So I'm really not complaining, because she's a good sleeper, but it's just really funny.
We're in the same boat, because Sarah goes to kindergarten, and now like I get her up at a certain time. And it's funny because normally she would wake up, be dressed, good to go, all that, right? Like now it's, I walk in there, open the door, and she's still asleep, and I gotta like get her out of bed, and she's like, "We're gonna be late." I'm like, "Yeah, because you lagged in the morning, you know." I'm like a teenager.
Dude, it's so interesting. We made some more hats.
Yeah.
We's crazy. Austin's favorite saying. Austin designed some really cool hats that we're really excited about. And yeah, I mean, going back to the finding time thing, really Studio Grain is just me and you wanting to just have a creative outlet and to make things.
And the cool part is like, I don't think that we're a like brand, although it seems like it. I think we're just making things that we enjoy and we are literally both wearing right now. And if there's other people who want to wear it, cop it, buy it.
Right.
This is for you, you know? So that's why I think hats are super easy because you wear it on the course, off the course. Mm-hmm. We have like a camo hat. We've got this like blue hat that we might drop or might wait till next time. And a brown grain hat that we kind of drew up a little bit. And then we got like 3 beanies. Like, really going for the accessory headwear this time. You know?
We love accessories.
I know. I feel like we're just going to be an accessories brand the whole time.
Which is, you know.
Although I just said we're not a brand. You know what I mean, though.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, Grain's been fun. We've been doing that. And so anyone listening, hit that link that's probably connected somewhere.
Shopify.
Yeah, studiograin.store and go buy something, all right?
Yeah, support it if you like it.
Things and yeah, so like Grain's been fun. It's been cool posting. It's cool. It's like harder to make content. You know, I noticed like with certain things, like you have to really jump into like making like short form and this. But again, there's no pressure from that. Like anyone that we're trying to like make money off of it, we're just doing whatever, having fun, and people are enjoying it. And like even this podcast, like we didn't post for months, and we did some kind of giveaway on Instagram for one of the hats when we dropped it. And the guy who reached out was like, dude, also, where's the podcast at? Like, I've been waiting for another episode. I'm like, wait, people are actually listening to it?
Shout out to you, bro.
It's funny always thinking that it's just like our best friends or like wives listening to it. But there's people who enjoy it, want to get to know us. And
yeah, that's super cool. We're super appreciative of that. If anyone who supports, we're really just trying to make stuff and have a creative outlet. Yeah.
We've always been like doing creative
stuff. I mean, speaking of, we have always been creative. And
why do we say that though? Because I feel like creative people don't say they're creative.
No, I know,
but like we've always been.
No, but
I think we enjoy that kind of stuff.
So I have a question, and it leads into like what we were just talking about. Okay. Like we've always been creative. If you could go back in time and relive any point in time in your last 31 years. For any reason, what would that be? And I'll start because I'll give you an example because I've been thinking about this.
Okay, run it.
And transitioning from we've always been creative, one moment I think about is me and Austin started a creative agency called Established 2 years ago. This was like before anyone is doing this.
We were like 18.
Instagram wasn't 19. Like what it is today. There was no TikTok. And we legit tried to make a creative agency and had a client, shout out to Just Vibe Co. And we made a full package. We made a video, we shot photos, and you did graphic design.
Yeah, we used to try to do like, it was basically like a creative firm for other like brands.
Yeah.
But we were doing it because we realized that like we like to do it, but we don't want to do it for ourselves the whole time.
Yeah.
And we did it for that company. It was like a clothing brand in Florida. That was sick, actually.
It was so cool. And I think about...
Okay, you want to go back to that time because it was fun? And like we could have actually done something with it?
Because it was fun and like I look at people now who have creative agencies and I'm like, we've been doing all that.
I know we turned it into like, I think we liked it a lot and it was just like so limited on how to get all those things. And we shot like this is when Instagram only allowed you to post 15-second videos.
15-second videos.
Yeah. And so we posted
no vertical.
15-second. No, it was 15-second video of our friend wearing it, surfing. Like that was the coolest thing. It actually came out sick.
We thought it was so cool. This was so many years ago and it was so fun. And so I just think about like moments like that where I'm like, man, I really wish we pushed ourselves in that moment to keep doing whatever we were doing.
I agree. I feel like other than the Basics Club, which was the clothing brand, if you've heard the podcast before, we talked about it, that I had for 10 years with some friends. Beyond that, one of the things that you and I like, we love different ideas. And honestly, Studio Grain is the one that we've been doing the longest now, lately. Like in the past things we've created, because we've done wedding videos, we were like videography, and that actually we did really well for probably a year.
3 years, I would say.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say maybe 2.
3 years, we did like 12 weddings a year.
so that maybe that's actually that's the first place, I guess. But that was like, you know, it was an income. We enjoyed it. It was fun. We did Establish 2. We've done like little creative things.
Music videos.
Music videos. One of the things I think I love to do is like I love making random little things. Like I want to be like a studio that's like you can expect me to make, you know, like, okay, here's an example that we've talked about is Bosco.
Austin.
So
Austin is the most creative person I know. And he
last time, so the people already heard that.
Okay, but I'm going to say it again because, and I'm so excited we're talking about Bosco. Austin, tell people what Bosco is.
Okay, so Bosco, it was called Bosco's Adventure. Long story short, I made a Game Boy game. And so I designed.
How do you make a Game Boy game?
There's a software that came out. Do I gatekeep? No, I'm just kidding. It's called GB Studio, where you can basically like, they give you the developing side of it. All you do is like, you create all the assets, graphics, theme. You can design the music. You can design how it looks, the colors, whatever. It was COVID, right?
It was during COVID.
It was like one of those, you know, like 2 COVID years that we had. And I just had a kid, so we're kind of locked in the house anyways. And I wanted to make the Game Boy game. And I like, my ADHD brain was like, I can't stop until I actually make it. So I figured out how to make it. So then I actually had like the demo of the game on the computer. Then I was like, how do I get it onto an actual Game Boy cartridge? Then I looked at like how to buy them, had the software to like re-download them and get the ROM file on it, whatever, right? I ordered from Alibaba. I got like a fake game just to get the cartridge that you can then flash and clear it off, whatever it is. Ended up making it. And like, that's something that like, there's so many things that I've done that, I guess this goes into the segment of even like creating, like I made those not because I wanted to sell it. I wanted to create it because I wanted I loved the like art of making, you know, like I want to make it not just because I want to sell it. I never sold it. I literally have like 5 of those and I was like, that was just fun. And now it just sits there. Like, I wish maybe I did more with it, but
let us know if you want us to sell
if you want one, I'll just give you one. Bosco's Adventure. Also, anyone who knows Avatar: Last Airbender, Bosco is from that. It's the polar bear thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. So shout out Avatar and any fans. Yeah, that was the name. It's like the name of a polar bear. Whatever.
So sick.
It like I made that. I wrote a book. We shot the short films with that. We talked about that. We'll tell more about that another time. I never sold it. It's just sitting on my shelf right now. Like there's things I just made because I like want to like try and start and finish it and give it my all, not because I want to make money, but like there's something important about creating things. Like, and I think that's kind of what we're doing here is we want to continue to keep creating things and making things. And like, if we sell a hat because someone wants it, we're not like really making money. It's like we made a cool hat that we like. We like being outdoors program, you know, Studio Grain, like go have fun, go find time. That's us. And if you want to be a part of it, then that's what this is really about. So even this podcast, we're creating it just because we want to do this. We said we wanted to do it. We're trying it, figuring it out, made 3 episodes, took a break. Now we're back.
Back.
It's fun.
You already know the vibes.
The vibes. All right, last thing is let's get Christian on real quick.
Let's get Christian.
I love saying, hey, that's a segment. Let's get Christian.
No, let's get Christian. I've never heard that.
I know we've never heard it, and we just made it. Let's get Christian.
Let's get Christian real quick.
We both are Christ followers. We work at a church, and we've been had, and so this is just off the top. What's something that you think like the Lord's showing you? Like, what's something right now that like God's like revealing to you, showing you, teaching you, etc.
Jeez. You're just going to hit me with that.
I know, quick. Bro. You got this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is such a cliche answer, but truly I feel like the Lord is showing me just patience right now. Mm-hmm. There's a few things in life that my wife and I are just trusting the Lord with. One of them is honestly Sage's sleep, which I feel.
Don't say it's a small deal.
It is not. It feels like a small deal, but and there's a couple other bigger ones too that we're just trying to be patient right now and trust the Lord. And it's hard. It's hard being in a waiting period and not knowing what is going to come out of it. And so we just keep reminding ourselves that God has a plan, and you know, it could be a year from now, it could be a couple months from now, or it could be a couple years from now where we finally get those answers. And it's hard being in this period, but we know that we will get those answers eventually, and there will be a reason for it, and that we will become stronger because of it. So that's just that's my quick answer that comes off the top of my head.
Yeah.
What about you?
And that's not, and you mentioned cliche. That's not, bro. I mean, patience is one of the biggest things we need.
It's so hard.
And it's hard for us to learn in a world that's telling you to go quick and go fast and get answers right away. Like, especially with, you know, all the crazy ways you can just get answers and things like that. Like, No, man, that makes sense. That's good. I think patience is really important, and anytime we need that, we need to like find time to literally stop and wait and like be okay with the patient side. And it's hard to.
It's really hard to,
especially with some things you guys are going through and trying to figure out to get answers and to see what's next too. Yeah, is big. Yeah, for me, I think just to get all Christian on it, I feel like for me, I've been really leaning into what the Holy Spirit is trying to like nudge me into. And, I think I grew up kind of hesitant to what the Holy Spirit, that part of the Trinity, and what that looks like for us, like in my own life, and not just like the decision I need to make and the internal conversation. But I think really stepping out of the comfort zone and letting the Holy Spirit lead me in areas. That's how I lead as a pastor, and also just my family. And I've really done a lot of things the past few months where I would not normally do it, but I'm letting like, maybe this is the Holy Spirit moment, not leaning into who I am, but into what God wants for me. That's been one. I think there's just change. Yeah, just been changing the way that I'm like leading my family, myself, my decisions, my ministry as a pastor, and leaving room for the Holy Spirit to do something that we like to control, and instead of having the control, like letting the Holy Spirit move and like grab a hold of that is kind of my main thing.
That's so good.
The other thing I feel like if I even had to add another one would be like I'm learning that God is more gentle than we know. A lot of times we want this all powerful God, and like specifically like we think that Jesus in Scripture was like coming to like have a moment of saving the people and bringing this big power, but really he came in a gentle way. And I think that's what we need to see God as sometimes, as he's not always going to be this all powerful, make big changes right away, bold, which a lot of people want that in the church and just in their own life. Guy who I really like, he kind of mentions he has kids, and he talked about things where he was saying like his kids, and like he hears from the Lord through the broken words of his 3-year-old.
That's so good.
I know. I'm stealing that.
Dang.
Like he's like, I hear from the Lord from my 3-year-old's broken sentences.
That's so
like
good.
My worship, and I'm going to steal this too, is something, I mean, this wasn't exactly it, but like his worship is sounding more like the white noise machine. Like it's like his life right now is leaning into the small gentleness of having a kid and having like what that looks like to be a father. And like, I think that just, fits in our life really well.
Pastor Austin's coming out.
Preach. I know. They weren't even ready for that. Season 2, episode 1. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's so good. Yeah, bro. Seriously, I love that.
Come on. Well, hey, I'm excited about this.
Me too. This feels good. This feels right.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. Anyone who's watching, hey, we love you. We really appreciate
you
jumping in this, and we couldn't be doing this stuff without you. Any kind of support, if you ever want to reach out and let us know you're listening to it, you liked it. If you have some advice for us, we'll take it with a grain of salt. We'll jump into that. This is probably it. It's funny that like how do we usually end it like in the video, but this is how we end it. We love you guys.
I love it. Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for supporting, and we're gonna do this more often.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.